It's story time. It's story time. Come on, gather around because it's story time. Welcome to the story time with me. We're gonna read books. We're gonna have some laughs. We're gonna smile today. We're gonna have a lot of laughs because it's story time with Nina. Story time with Nina. Story time with Nina. Story time with
Hello, and welcome to another wonderful story time with Nina. My name is Nina, and I have the wonderful honor in this time to be able to spend it with you. And we have done so for so many Wednesdays, Fridays, episode after episode. We've been here together, and I cannot thank you enough for continuing to join me and supporting the wonderful, wonderful adventures we have when we crack open these wonderful books full of beautiful pictures and wonderful stories. Today is no different. You know, we've never, ever, in all of the story times with Nina that we've done, ever had this letter as our letter of the day. Can you guess what that letter might be? If you saw the title of our show, you know what that letter is. And it's the letter, let's hear it, Z! What? You know, Z. Can you make a Z sound with me at home, friends? Z. It sounds like when a fly gets in your house, you're like, where is that? I can hear it. Z. You're looking all over. I bet our older friends know what I'm talking about. You're like, Z. Z is the first letter in a word like zebra. Hello, miss. Hello, Mr. Zebra. I'm gonna kiss you on the nose. Hello, Mr. Zebra. Z is also the first letter in a word like zoo. Oh, what a crazy looking zoo is that? What animals do you see at the zoo? I see a lion and an elephant. Oh, and I see some ostrich and a monkey. And is that a frog? Is that what that is? A froggy in the front? And a purple pig and a panda? Is that a horse or a donkey over there? And an alligator and giraffe? Whoa, that looks like a really cool zoo. Z is for zoo. Z is also the first letter in a word like zucchini. That's delicious vegetables. I'm going to cut it up. Z is also the first letter in a word like zero. Whoa! Zero is our first numeric. I'm going to stop talking. Z is the first letter of the word zero. Z is also the first letter in a word like zinnia. Zinnia. It's a type of flower. Just kidding. Everyone's going to think I have allergies and I don't. Z is for zinnia. Z is also the first letter in the name of our friend that we're going to meet today. Z. Z. Today is a wonderful day to go on an adventure. And that's exactly what we're going to do. You know, it's also Z is for Shasha. Z is for Shasha. If you know the drag alphabet, you know that Z is for Shasha. Z is for Shasha. You know, but today is a big day because we're going on an adventure with our new friend Z. You know, Z, as we're going to find out, Z is going to find a special thing. And he's going to go on an adventure to figure out what the word love means. So let's figure that out right now. Now, before we do you have your snacks? Maybe your sippies? Maybe a blanket? Maybe a crayon? Maybe you're doing craft time during this? If you're ready to go, I am too. Let me hear you say, yeah! Let's do it. This is Love Z by one of my favorite authors, Jessie Sima. Thank you, Jessie, for another wonderful story as we share Love Z. Love Z. I feel it. I just cracked open the book. I'm ready for an adventure. On a bright, chilly day, Z went out looking for adventure and stumbled upon a piece of half-buried treasure. And look, Z is an adorable robot, and Z has a little boat in his hand, and Z is also they're picking up a bottle. Z's already going on an adventure. Inside was a message, too smudgy to read, except for 2 words at the very bottom. And those words were, love, Beatrice. All the other words, as you can see on the note, as you can see right there, as you can see on the note, all the other words are smudged on that note, except love, Beatrice. The young robot did not know what love meant or who Beatrice was, but they felt important. So Z tucked it away and headed toward home. He just tucked that treasure inside that little compartment and headed home. Do you see where Z put the little paper boat? Z put it on their head. As night fell, all the robots prepared to power down and recharge for the next day. Z asked for a bedtime story. Do you see that? Z said, wait a minute, hold on. And he asked M for the bedtime story. And you can see M is opening up the book. Do you ask for a bedtime story? And once Z asked for a bedtime story, Z also asked for a nightlight and a goodnight kiss. And you can see as L comes in to give Z a kiss, L goes, clank, because they're robots. They're made of metal. Tucked snugly in bed, Z's thoughts drifted back to the important treasure. What is love? Asked the young robot. You can see Z's eyes are getting a little heavy and looking out the night sky, holding the stuffed little bear. What is love? Does not compute, replied the old rusty robots. Does not compute. Then they said, sweet dreams, and turned out the lights. Does not compute, sweet dreams, and turned out the lights. Alone in the dark, Z could not sleep. The other robots had always been able to answer Z's questions. If they did not know what love meant, well, then who would? So Z's laying there. Look, he looks wide awake. Look, their eyes are like this. Wide awake. Ooh. His eyes are wide open, wide awake. Ooh. Maybe there was one person. I was doing my impression of wide awake. You missed it. In the morning, Z went out looking for Beatrice. You see that big, bright sky in the sun, and there's Z with a knapsack. Knapsack is where he's put all of his goodies in it. He's got like delicious. He's probably got some robot food in that knapsack. I don't know. Maybe he's got that special treasure he found, that bottle. He also has his little paper boat hat. Z went out looking for Beatrice. Hello, I am looking for Beatrice, explained Z. I want to know what love is, and she will have the answer. Now, who is he talking to? He's talking to that Captain Cat. of the SS Catnip. It's the boat that he's found, the SS Catnip. There's Z, he found the SS Catnip. And he says, I'm looking for Beatrice. I want to know what love is. And Beatrice will have the answer. Well, Captain Catnip says, well, that sounds important, says the captain. Climb aboard and we'll go on a quest. So Z climbs on board with the captain, the kitty cat captain on the SS Catnip. And they go on an adventure. And if you see in this illustration, they did. They go down the stream and they go all the way back here, looking for Beatrice to find out what love is. Unsure of how to start a quest, Z asked around. And if you see this picture, you can see a beaver chewing up some wood, some branches, and Z goes, excuse me, are you Beatrice? The SS Catnip is floating by. And then look, in the next illustration, Z looks and finds a turtle, and he goes, are you Beatrice? And then, in the next illustration, he sees a scarecrow. And Z says, hello, are you Beatrice? No, said a voice. What's a Beatrice? And both Captain Cat and Z are looking on as they ride on the SS Catnip. And it's the crow who comes down to the boat, the SS Catnip, and says, what's a Beatrice? And Z replies, we are on a quest to find out what love is, explained Z. And Beatrice will have the answer. And the crow goes, I don't know any Beatrice, said the crow. But to me, and look, if you look at the illustration, you look up, the crow is feeding the baby birds. And the crow says, love is sharing your food, even when it's delicious. That did not compute. But Z thanked the crow anyway and changed course toward a place with delicious food. He looks out and he sees a house and it says bakery. And he gets closer and it's the breadboard. And look in the window, you can see all those delicious treats, from muffins to cookies and cinnamon rolls and cakes. The baker did not know Beatrice either, but she was happy to share what love meant to her. And if you see up here in their thoughts, she says, love is when someone is patient and takes the time to teach you new things. And we can see the baker is with her father, and her father is showing her all of the ways to make delicious baked goods. In this picture, it looks like cookies. But that did not compute. But Z thanked the baker anyway and changed course toward a place with teachers, because he heard the baker say, love is when someone is patient and takes the time to teach you new things. So he went to a place with teachers. The kids at recess had a lot of thoughts about what love meant. As the kid slides down the slide, they say, love is butterflies. And another child says, in the wheelchair, the child says, love is sweaters, because they keep you warm. And then there's another child who's jump roping, and they say, love is wishing on a star. And you can see the teacher looking in the distance in the back. And the two little kids who are on the swing set, the little girl with the glasses and the long braid says, love is lawn gnomes. And the other child on the swing set says, love is a million puppies. And then down the front, our little friend in the orange jacket says, love is snowflakes on my tongue. Absolutely none of them computed. None of them made sense to our friend Z. But Z thanked the students anyway and had no idea of what to go in search of. He had no idea where to go. But what if they never found Beatrice? And we can see Z lying on the SS Catnip, looking up at the sky. What if they never find Beatrice? What if love was something that a robot could just not compute? Oh, Z was about to suggest that they change course toward home when they stumbled upon a good place to spend the night. And as you can see, Z and the Captain Kitty have docked their boat at this house on this island. They've docked the SS Catnip on that dock. And someone opens the door and Z says, "Hello, we are on a quest." "Ugh, never mind." And the person answers the door and they say, "Hello, I'm Beatrice," said the woman. Z could not believe their luck. Ooh, and you can see the shock on Z's face. Look at their face. Z is shocked. It's like, ah! Even Captain Kitty is like, ah! And so they go in. And Beatrice says, "What were you doing out there in the cold?" said Beatrice. "Looking for you," explained Z. "I want to know what love is, and I thought you might have the answer." Beatrice paused to think. I wonder if we can get her thoughts. We can. Look at this first top image. She thought maybe love was baking cookies. And she thought maybe love was playing checkers. And Beatrice thought some more. Maybe love was dancing to the music with Z and Captain Kitten. She thought hard. "Love is difficult to explain," said Beatrice. And then she gave wonderful examples. She said, "Love is warm and cozy and safe. You'll know it when you feel it." Now look at this. What we're seeing in these illustrations right here are examples of love in Beatrice's life. Here is the first picture is Beatrice as a baby wearing those glasses. See, Beatrice is the baby with the glasses in her father's arms. And she said, "Love is warm." And then she said, "It's cozy," as Beatrice as a little girl is holding the kitten. And she said, "It's safe," as Beatrice is a little bit older with her friend, who looks like a very special and important friend to her. And then we see Beatrice as she's a little bit older. From when she was with her friend, she was very in love with her friend. She's putting the bottle with the message in it in the water, and it says, "Love, Beatrice." Z hoped she was right. "It's getting late," said Beatrice. "Let's get some rest." The young robot was preparing to power down and recharge for the next day when all of a sudden the old rusty robots arrived unannounced. And look at them making a parade through Beatrice's house in the foyer, by the fireplace, in the living room. "Z, you were gone. We were worried." The robots were worried about Z. They couldn't find Z. And look at their faces. They're all very concerned. What robots are there? Do you see the robots Y and L and I and M and the robot A and the robot F? Wait a minute. What do those robots spell? Family? Those robots all of their letters spell family. That is Z's family. There's robot F, robot A, robot M, robot I, robot L, and robot Y. And I said, Z, you were gone. We were worried. But we found you. We brought your favorite bedtime story and your night light and a gunk kiss goodnight. That's what love is. Right there. Z didn't know this entire time. That's what love is. He'd already been experiencing it. People who loved him and looked after him and took care of him, they found him. Tucked snugly in bed, Z felt warm and cozy and safe. It was a feeling the young robot had felt many times before. You can see how happy he is there. It's a feeling he felt many times before, but he didn't know that it was called love. And if we look at this final illustration as family, as robots F and A and M and I and L and Y all gather around Z's bed while they sleep, finally Z knew now it had a name, as Beatrice and Captain Kitten look on, and that name was love. And then, as we see, Z leaves a bottle behind with Beatrice for her to put in the water, and the Captain Kitten stays with Beatrice, and that bottle says, love, Z, as Z and his family float away on that boat. Love, Z. What a wonderful story. Thank you, Jessie Sima, for sharing this beautiful, brilliant world with us. This is what love is. Do you know what love is? You probably maybe experience it. When someone maybe reads you a bedtime story, or someone helps you get your coat on, or maybe they even make you a snack for story time. Maybe they even just make sure you buckle in your seatbelt when you're in the car. That's love. And you know what else is love? You showing up here for story time with me. I feel it every time. Thank you. I want to thank you for joining me yet again for another wonderful story. Remember how special and wonderful you are, and remember the power of love. I would like to sing with you a song that I love very much. It makes me feel good. I hope it makes you feel good. You're wonderful. You're one of a kind, like a lucky star. You light up my life, so keep on smiling. Keep on shining. Go big, be kind, be you. Sometimes you never know the greatness that is in your life already until you look at it in a different way. You're wonderful. You're one of a kind, like a lucky star. You light up my life, so keep on smiling. Keep on shining. Go big, be kind, be you. Family looks like a bunch of different things, but family always should look like love. I hope you experience that. You're wonderful. You're one of a kind, like a lucky star. You light up my life, so keep on smiling. Keep on shining. Go big, be kind, be you. Wherever you are, whatever adventure you go on, and whatever you're trying to find, remember there's only one you, and there's only one you who makes it special. Be kind, be you. Go big, be kind, be you. Remember, crack open a good book and go on an adventure. This one involves love. The next one could involve hope, or kindness, or just a good old-fashioned pirate story. Either way, go on an adventure. Thanks for joining me each and every time. I'll see you next time on another Story Time with Nina!